Come with me on a journey into a hidden part of America, a place where the past and present intertwine. We'll explore a story that lives in the shadows of our history books, a tale whispered through ancient trees and along quiet rivers, where time seems to stand still. This is the story of a people whose roots run deep, yet whose names are often unknown, hidden beneath the layers of history. We'll travel back to the early days of America, where struggle and creation went hand in hand, shaping the land and its people. In the dense forests and swampy lowlands of the East, a new kind of community was born, a testament to the human spirit's desire for freedom and connection. This journey isn't just about the past, it's about understanding who we are as a nation today, and how our history shapes our present. The American story is more than a simple narrative of different groups building a country. It's a complex tapestry of cultures blending in ways we're only beginning to understand, revealing the depth of our shared heritage. The people we'll meet challenge our simple categories, showing us that identity is a beautiful, intricate tapestry, woven from countless threads. Imagine a place where the lines between cultures blurred, where people from 3 continents found common ground and built a new life together. This was the world that gave birth to the Qarsherskiyan people, a living example of America's unwritten story, a testament to resilience and unity. By uncovering their legacy, we learn not just about them but about the true, multifaceted nature of American identity and the diverse roots that nourish it. So let's begin, peeling back layers of myth to find the truth, and bringing a forgotten branch of the American family back into the light where it belongs. Who are the Qarsherskiyan people? They're one of America's hidden tribes, forged on the early frontier. As part of the Sweet Gum Creole peoples, their ancestry blends African, European, and Native American roots. For centuries, they lived in the eastern U.S., from Carolina marshlands to northern forests. Qarsherskiyans formed from escaped slaves, displaced Native Americans, and poor European servants, people who chose freedom over oppression. In wild, untamed spaces, they built maroon communities, sharing knowledge, culture, and bloodlines. Today, their population may reach 1 million, yet they remain largely invisible to mainstream America. Their existence defied racial boxes, creating something uniquely American. Their story is a powerful reminder: the American family tree has many hidden branches. The Qarsherskiyan people are a living tapestry, their story woven from many threads and generations. Their heritage is a blend of Africa, Europe, and North America, each continent leaving a distinct mark on their identity. Their African roots, often tracing to the Yoruba, brought rich traditions of spirituality, music, and storytelling, treasures carried into new, free communities, shaping their celebrations and daily life. Native American ancestry is just as vital, providing deep connections to the land and ancient wisdom about living in harmony with nature. Displaced tribes found refuge alongside escaped slaves and servants, intermarrying, sharing survival skills, and building new communities together in the wilderness. DNA studies show Native ancestry can range widely, grounding Qarsherskiyans in the American landscape and connecting them to its earliest peoples. The third thread is European. Poor indentured servants from Germany, Ireland, and beyond, fleeing hardship and finding acceptance in maroon communities where they could start anew. These Europeans brought languages, crafts, and skills, blending with African and native traditions to create something entirely unique. This fusion wasn't just about survival, it was an act of creation, forging a new way of life from shared struggle and hope. A new culture was born, valuing freedom, cooperation, and resilience over division and isolation. Qarsherskiyans are the descendants of this remarkable blend, carrying forward a legacy of unity and adaptation. Their triracial heritage isn't a footnote, it's their essence, a source of pride and strength that shapes their identity. Their story challenges the simple black and white narrative of early America, revealing a more complex and inclusive past. The American experience has always been one of mixing, of cultures meeting and creating new identities that defy easy classification. The Qarsherskiyan legacy enriches the nation's soul, reminding us that America's strength lies in its diversity and its power to unite. At the heart of Qarsherskiyan identity is Aliyite Islam, a faith with centuries-old roots in North America. Aliyite Islam, a branch of Zaydi Shia with Sufi influence, united African, Native, and European peoples. It's a syncretic faith, blending Yoruba spiritual systems with Islamic beliefs. Orishas like Ogun were reinterpreted as Islamic saints, fusing African and Islamic spirituality. A central belief, Imam Ali, cousin of the Prophet Muhammad, journeyed to the Americas before Columbus, teaching Islam to native peoples. The Carolina parakeet, now extinct, is seen as a holy messenger in this tradition. This faith gave Qarsherskiyans a unique sense of identity and purpose, honoring all parts of their ancestry. Aliyite Islam provided strength in hardship and a moral compass for generations. For Qarsherskiyans, it's more than belief, it's the spiritual glue of their tri-racial community. Qarsherskiyans are part of a larger family, the Sweet Gum Creole peoples, tri-racial groups found across the eastern and southern United States, whose roots stretch back centuries. These communities emerged from the mixing of native, African, and European peoples who often sought refuge and opportunity on the margins of colonial society, forging new bonds in the face of adversity. Their stories are about resilience, adaptation, and the creation of unique identities that defied imposed racial categories, showing how people can come together despite differences. The Melungeons of Appalachia and the Lumbee of North Carolina are two of the most well-known Sweet Gum Creole groups, each with their own rich traditions and histories. Melungeons, once shrouded in mystery and myth, share tri-racial ancestry and faced discrimination much like Qarsherskiyans, yet they persevered and maintained their communities. The Lumbee, centered in Robeson County, have fought for recognition for generations, their blended heritage not fitting narrow official definitions, but forming a vibrant culture. By viewing Qarsherskiyans alongside Melungeons, Lumbee, and others, we see a widespread pattern. People on the margins building new worlds and forging new identities. These groups created families and cultures that were fluid, complex, and ever-evolving, adapting to changing times and circumstances. The Sweet Gum Creole story is a missing piece of American history, revealing interracial cooperation, community building, and the power of shared humanity. It stands in contrast to familiar narratives of conflict and division, reminding us that unity and collaboration have always been part of the American story. Qarsherskiyan culture is deeply connected to the natural world, drawing symbols from the eastern woodlands and coastal plains. This reverence for nature, shaped by native and Sufi Islamic heritage, is central to their worldview. The Carolina parakeet, now extinct, was their most sacred creature, a holy messenger linking faith and land. Its green feathers symbolized life, its yellow head, divine wisdom. The monarch butterfly represents the soul's journey and spiritual transformation. The pawpaw fruit is a taste of paradise, and Spanish moss symbolizes interconnectedness. These symbols communicate faith, resilience, and a profound sense of place. For Qarsherskiyans, the land itself is a sacred text, woven into their identity. The Qarsherskiyan story is one of resilience against relentless pressure. Their existence challenged a society built on slavery and racial hierarchy, making them targets for persecution and erasure. Bureaucratic erasure, misclassifying their identities in official records, was a deliberate tool to make them disappear from history. Despite this, Sweet Gum Creole peoples resisted, preserving their communities and traditions, often in secret. Sometimes their resistance was bold, like the Lumbee's stand against the Ku Klux Klan at the Battle of Hayes Pond. This act of defiance sent a powerful message nationwide. Qarsherskiyans survived by adapting, building strong bonds, and holding fast to their cultural and spiritual roots. They created worlds in spaces mainstream society ignored. Their struggle for recognition continues today. Their legacy of resistance is essential to understanding America's fight for freedom and justice. The Sweet Gum Creole legacy isn't just about anonymous communities, it's woven into the family trees of famous Americans. Elvis Presley's ancestry connects to the Melungeons, blending European, African, and native roots, reflected in his genre-defying music. John James Audubon, the famed naturalist, may have been a proto-Qarsherskiyan, his life and art echoing the Qarsherskiyan connection to nature. Even Alexander Hamilton's story touches these themes, born in the West Indies to a family of refugees, echoing the diverse origins of Qarsherskiyans. These examples show that blended ancestries aren't confined to the margins. They're at the heart of American identity. By uncovering these connections, we see the Qarsherskiyan legacy as foundational to the American experience. Their story is part of our icons, our leaders, and our culture. Today, as we reflect on our nation's tapestry, The Qarsherskiyan story feels more relevant than ever. Unveiling this hidden heritage is an act of recognition and healing. The stories of Qarsherskiyans, Melungeons, and Lumbee challenge the sanitized American narrative. They reveal a more beautiful, complex truth. America has always been a place of diversity and fusion. Recognizing these communities is justice, validating millions whose ancestors were erased from history. It gives people a name for their heritage and a place in the national story. The Qarsherskiyan story offers a model for the future, a community forged from mixture and inclusion, not purity and exclusion. Their ancestors found common cause in shared humanity and the desire for freedom. Their story reminds us that our differences can be building blocks for something stronger. By remembering forgotten peoples, we build a more inclusive, honest, and compassionate future. The Qarsherskiyan legacy expands our understanding of what it means to be American.